Kira, and I'm a singer-songwriter, and I recently graduated from music school earlier this March, and I wanted to discuss with you my feelings about graduating and my anxiety about being in a space where I am not busy anymore, and what I did to help myself. So graduating music school is great. I got the sleep that I needed, most definitely, and it was awesome. It was a very emotional and tedious process, and I'm glad it's over with, and I learned an amazing amount of information from great teachers. But one of the things coming out of music school when you're a full-time student is that you're like, oh crap, I have to, what do I do now? And I think the first thing is to allow yourself to relax. You're not a student anymore, and you're in a place of where you can think about what the next step is, and that's important. That is a very important part of your process. And if you're in a space to do so, where you don't have to get a job straight away, then allow yourself to do that. Not saying you can't do this while you're having a job, but it's nice when you don't have one at the moment and you can give yourself a full day of thinking and a good amount of time. So there's a few questions that I ask myself every day, that I try to ask myself every day, of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and not to worry so much if I'm not doing something. So let's start with number one. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you love what you love? Because if you're going into this profession without knowing why you love it, or just going into this really emotional, hardworking career, and well, you're just gonna have a hard time. And I have countless numbers of hard times, and not saying whatever you go into you're not gonna have a hard time, but with something like music, it is a very personal thing, and it's very powerful. So if you feel like this is too much for you and don't want to take that on and are happier doing other things, then do so, and music's always going to be there. But if you want to take it on as a career and it's the only thing you want to do, be wary. This is really important. Number two, what was your initial intention for starting music? For me, I ask, why did I start becoming a songwriter? And one of the first answers that came to my head was, I did it because I wanted to help people. I clearly remember this. And another thing was that it was because I just did it for the sake of writing. I loved writing poems from a young age, and I love music, and then I just wanted to join them together, and I saw my friends doing it, and I was like, oh wow, that seems really cool. And so it just became something that I loved, and then eventually I saw it healing other people and myself, and it started predicting future events. I don't even know how that happens, but it's just a great deal of energy, I guess, and or just helping me in an event I never thought it would help me in. Sometimes I don't even understand why I do what I do. That's awesome. Number three, I'm kind of reading off my paper, I took little notes. Are you really in a dangerous situation where you have to choose your place in music right now? And I think in today's society, we're we see from point A to point B, and we're not seeing everything in between. And like we see on shows like American Idol or something, like, oh, all I have to do is audition and then maybe I'll get famous and stuff. And where this may have worked out in some situations or so, like, I don't know, this rarely happens, but usually a lot of these people come from a musical background, or sometimes people call people to audition from music schools, and so it's all its own little process. But anyway, I'm digressing. So are you in a dangerous position where you have to choose your field in music? If you have to, as I said earlier, if you have to find a job right now, do what you need to do, but give yourself enough time to explore different areas within music. And I think that's really important for your creative process, and just to have fun. And when you're having fun and loving what you do and hanging with people that love what you do as well, who have a similar expertise or just love what you do and support it, you're going to raise yourself to higher places naturally. But I'm not saying you're not in a position where you can't do this right now, but in society a lot today, it's like about the quick money and everything. It's not about a lasting career. And I would like to see a unique process with everybody, and not just a formula song where it's like, oh, you have to do this and this and this to make a pop song, or you have to dress like this or be like this person. No, we should create a community with unique processes, and I think it's amazing seeing a unique being, because we are all unique beings, and we are all also one, and we want to connect on a very with what is true. Number 4, are you listening? Are you listening to you and everyone around you? And you don't want to be focusing on just, oh man, I need to do this and this and this for my music career. Well, all that is maybe important. Your music reflects everything around you in your life, and these are the deeper things like family and friends and your health, and everything affects everything. It's like a Rubik's cube, and you don't want to be caught in just being so narrow-minded with that. Or else you're going to go spiraling down and get caught in a place of really bad anxiety. Probably. Or not, but yeah. Number 5, last one, are you asking for help? And for me, I'm one of those people who don't like to ask for help, and it's cool to do as many things as you can on your own, but and we hear all these things like, come fill your own cup, but people are there to help you, and people want to help you, and you want to surround yourself with people who want to help you, and it's amazing to help other people. It's a great fulfilling experience. And I was recently several weeks back, I was talking to somebody like, oh man, I love when they're like, oh man, I love talking to somebody at 2 a.m, somebody who calls me at 2 a.m, asking for help, because I just feel awesome that I'm worthy of asking for help with, or yeah. I love getting that call 2 in the morning from a really good friend or whoever it is. If somebody is asking for help, that means they are pushing their ego aside and allowing love to come in, and that's amazing. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. And good luck with your journeys. I am on my own personal journey, and it's been going amazing. I have my ups and downs, and I am going to be sharing what I can with you and whatever I can to help. Thank you.